Greetings, beautiful everyone. You're getting a bit of a bonus tonight. I had to go to the ER, and sorry about not answering things. I got sort of some kind of spider bites or something on my fingers, so it's not like the biggest deal in the world. But we are coming around the bend here of our little place, and in the meantime there are some other things happening, and I'll see if I'll be able to kind of do things when we get home. Now, I looked up some names of housing people, and it was shocking to see addresses, and I won't be driving by, I won't dox them, although one is a public figure and maybe I could get away with it, but it was shocking that they're living on the water in giant mansions. I was not expecting that the housing people, I guess we kind of all tease about the housing people, but they really are taking advantage of the situation. They've really got their fingers in the honeypot, and there are all of these people suffering. When I get home, I'll see if I'm able to bring up Ben. There was a suicide in Portland last night, or a couple of nights ago, and it was an Antifa person, and I realized I knew him, that it was someone I had known in a totally other, day, age, time, everything. And it was so, of course, deeply tragic to see that he was a victim of his own ideology, and how Antifa isn't even good for Antifa. And it's not good for the people who fall into it. I think there are probably a lot of suicides. There's a lot of unhappiness that comes about, and he had been a great guy. He had been a wonderful, wonderful soul. And to see what happened to him after becoming Antifa was just tragic beyond belief. I'm sure many of you have seen that with people. You'll say that person used to be really sweet or really something, and what happened, what transpired. And there are those who recognize that these people are victims, and I just got so sad. It was beautiful out today. I went to the river, even though I've got these weird spider bite fingers, and I just thought it would be so much better if he hadn't gone that route and had just not gotten sucked into it, and we could be swimming at the river. He was just so sweet. So yeah, I'll go find his pic and bring it up and kind of do a little something. But careful out there, everyone. And it was really sad too, because I saw it on a site. The person who put it up was being respectful. They just had his picture, but there were so many people saying, yeah, we need one less libtard and stuff, and I thought, it's so sad they don't know that this person was once just a really creative, sweet, sensitive, caring soul who got pulled into the Pinocchio's Treasure Island, where they promise you the world and turn you into a donkey. So many, many blessings on this early morn. And by the way, no, I went to the hospital around midnight. It's almost like around 5:30 now, and I never saw a doctor or anything. I just sort of sat there, so maybe I'll go to an urgent care today or something. Yeah, I always tease them that I'm going to go to one of those countries where Doctors Without Borders are something, because it's really hard to get any kind of whatever they call healthcare these days. I don't like that term even, healthcare, right? It's like socialism kind of word. A new vocabulary appeared, and they took away history class and replaced it with social studies. It was a socialist move, and then we suddenly had, out of the blue, social workers, which I don't think we'd ever needed before, and I don't know if we need now. If you're watching and you're a social worker, please don't get mad. I'm sure there have to be some that are good. We're just in Olympia, where people are on the take. If we are a town awash in social workers, and yet, if there are so many social workers and social agencies, why are we flooded with homelessness? Is that a little coyote? Hey, little thing. Hey, little thingy. I don't want to scare ya. Little guy running in the street there. You're gonna go eat the neighbor's kitties? There you go. Hey there. Good morning, little animal. Yeah, so I've never met more social workers than in Olympia. It's like every other person is a social worker. See, we just have tents just randomly everywhere, and they're doing it now in New York. Those tents are not comfortable. I don't know why these liberals are, these liberals, right? I'm saying this as someone whose mother fainted when she met Robert Kennedy. But yeah, stuffing people in tents is harsh. It's harsh. So, no moss at the hospital, but hey, you got to see a little something. When I was coming up to the hospital, there were a lot of people outside. It was earlier, around midnight, and it almost had this interesting sort of party atmosphere. There's our little black house. It almost had this little party atmosphere, but I didn't want to film. I didn't sort of want to make people angry, but it would have been cool to film. There was a woman in a long yellow dress, and there were these kind of weird lights out. It was sort of like the sun had well gone down, everyone was gone, and it was like they could sort of come out and be themselves. Okay. Good night, ridiculous buildings. Some of these are government buildings. They actually call it Town Square with an E at the end of town. These people are shameless.